Mr. Ramesh Sippy, veteran filmmaker. And a very warm welcome also to legendary violinist L. Subramaniam. And we're once again very thankful to Vir Sanghvi, who will be now chairing this session.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We have a session with performances, which is always slightly complicated to do, so please bear with us. This session is supposed to be about the generation that grew up with India. Two of the people here were born in 1947. One was nearly born in 1947, just a year or two there. All three of these people have made huge contributions to creating the India we live in. So I want to talk... So I want to talk a bit to the people who are at the forefront of this change. I'm not going to sit down if that's okay with you, because I think it gives a really dead energy. I'm going to start with you, Ramesh Sippy. It's fair to say that Sholay was probably the first Indian film to be taken seriously in the West. Till then, they dismissed Indian films as being song and dance dramas. And the strength of Sholay was you had the songs, you had the dances, yet you had a sensibility that was uniquely Indian, but yet world-class. Now, by the time Sholay came out, you'd made many hits. You'd made Andaz, Sita or Geeta, many things. What was it about Sholay, you think, that made it so special?
I think we're still pondering.
Yeah.
What keeps it alive even today.
Yeah.
But I think it was just what you said. To keep it that much ahead of its time, that it's still relatable to those with you and behind you and the future. But I think what appealed most was a very, very direct storytelling and subtlety even in performances for that time, certainly. Of course, a brilliant script and brilliant dialogues.
Yeah.
Salim Javed. A superb score by R.D. Burman, lyrics Anand Bakshi, and of course the lady sitting next to me was not part of Sholay, but Shan after that. But R.D. Burman, yes.
Yeah.
Him and Mr. Bakshi, together they made some lovely mix. So all these things combined, I think holding Bachchan's arrival on the scene at that time in cinema, but the one character that stood out, of course, was Gabbar.
Yeah.
And because of that, I think...
I want to talk, before I want to interrupt, I want to talk about Gabbar, because I think people don't realize, I mean, we're probably not of that age, but before that, villains in dacoit movies were all these guys with big mustaches and were essentially caricatures. Gabbar was a completely different kind of villain, wasn't he? So how did you think of that?
Yes, and he was there a bit by accident.
Yeah.
Because Danny Denzongpa was...
I don't know how many people know that. Danny Denzongpa wasn't able to play the role, and so Amjad Khan got it.
Well, he was the obvious negative star of that time, the villain of the day. But, and we signed him. He still has that check, by the way. Yes, I think by accident and by default, Mr. Amjad Khan moved in, and it was a last-minute thing because we didn't want to miss the schedules. And one had to work a little harder on him because he was new. Yeah. He hadn't performed. The rest were all stalwarts. They'd done a hell of a lot of work. So it took a little time for him to get into the role and into things. But as we went along, it became part of the whole unit in such a way that he became an assistant director also. He became everything. So, no, he was fantastic. And the other thing was his voice. Yeah. A lot of people wanted it dubbed.
Really?
Absolutely.
Saying why? Why?
they just felt that here are three huge stars in front of them, ek bhari bharkam awaaz honi chahiye. And he had this strange voice, which was not as baritone and like it was expected to be. But it was that tone that made it so different. And that laughter of his, you can't dub that. Come on, you can't be. So,
also, one more thing. People don't realize that when you signed Amitabh Bachchan for the movie, he was not Amitabh Bachchan.
No, he wasn't.
I think that's an important thing people forget.
As a matter of fact, at a party, everyone said, "Isko to mat lena."
That's right.
Is lambu ko to mat lena. He was such a fine actor. I'd seen him in that Anand, in which he played a serious role, and Bombay to Goa, in which he played a lighter role. So I said, yeah, the actor is, and I've got enough stars. Okay. That's how I was able to take that call. We have enough stars. Let's have a good actor, and he'll fill the... He became bigger than all of them.
So, Ramesh, what you've done, I mean, Gabbar Singh is one example. The casting of Amitabh Bachchan is the other example. The way in which you did this film, not shooting at Mehboob Studios or Filmistan, but recreating a whole township near Bangalore and shooting over there in a village, you've really always taken chances. Is that fair?
Yep. No? The reason for going to Bangalore was that most of the dacoit films were rightly placed in the northeast, in the Chambal Valley.
Chambal was
and and that was, how could I make it different? Was what my thinking was. So before jumping and going straight there as everyone else did, so let's have a look at least. I sent a couple of people down south, the art director and his crew, and they took some photographs and came back from the south. And why? We'd seen these Western films, a lot of them. McKenna's Gold and Magnificent Seven and all, Butch Cassidy and this. So I said, why not these huge, big rocks and things? So he said, I know a place that has all this. So he went there, he got this. And once we saw it, I mean,
you were sold.
I was sold. Salim Javed, he told me now, Javed told me very recently, actually when we came to the location, we felt, what is Ramesh trying to do? This is not dacoit territory, will it look right? But now we know.
But you weren't making Mera Gaon, Mera Desh, Mujhe Jeene Do. You had a very, very different look for the film. Yes? The other place where you took chances, and it's your follow-up, is Shaan. Now, Shaan, in my view, is in many ways a better movie than Sholay. It was just 20 years ahead of its time, but that's a discussion for another time. But one chance you took with Shaan was you moved away from the standard music players of that time, and you had Usha Uthup, who I see sitting over here, sing the title song. Yeah? Clap, clap. What made you take that chance?
I think that title song was literally a title song there, where her voice comes across there, Shaan say. I was absolutely, it set the mood for the whole film brilliantly. Yes, some of the core audience was disappointed to begin with, and they felt, they probably were waiting for a reenactment of Gabbar and things like that, and which was all very earthy. And here, this one was so sophisticated, this futuristic den and crocodiles and the water and things. We went the Bond way. I said, if we go the Western way for a Western, why can't we go the Bond way for a city?
But India was not ready at that stage.
But probably.
Usha, do you remember singing the song? Let your mic.
Hi everybody, namaskar, namaskaram, sat sri akal, salam alaikum. Thank you so much. Do I remember singing that song?
Yeah.
There is no show for me without Shaan Singh.
Really?
And I would say thank you to him for having the faith in getting me to do that song, mainly because, I mean, every musician, every technician, and so many singers are getting roti kapda makan because of you.
Because of Shan.
And all the wonderful songs. Let's have a big hand for the fantastic Mr. Sippy. Come on.
But a lot of that credit has to go to Panchamda.
Yes.
There's no way that we can forget him. He is absolutely, even, I mean,
Yeah, he's
today
fantastic.
he's the most remembered music director of all time.
Absolutely. Mixed,
Okay,
remixed,
Usha, before we get into Panchamda, there are two things I want you to do. One is we are releasing a biography of you.
Yes.
So let's do that first. After
Lovely.
which, I think one year will be disappointed if you don't sing, so I want you to sing.
Of course I'll sing. I'm
Okay.
only here
So
to
let's-
sing.
So let's do the book release first. Can we get copies of the book?
Srishti.
Where's Srishti? Come on. Book? We have copies of the book? Where? Oh, there we are. All right. Come. I don't know how we're releasing it. I mean, ask Doctor and Ramesh to release it. You got two great. No, do it now because then we can get you to perform.
book is there. Srishti is there.
All right, Srishti. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you, Srishti. Thank you. Now that we've got the book, let's hear the voice. You going to sing?
I'd love to do that.
Come and sing.
Okay.
You going to sing sitting down or what?
Whatever they say, I just need the monitors. I
Okay.
just need the monitors. Are the monitors working? Then I can go that side
Are we
and
ready
sing.
for her to
Yeah?
sing? Yeah? Okay, let's go.
I'll go that side and sing, no problem.
You sing where you like, yeah? The whole
Yeah.
stage is yours.
I need just monitors. Yeah. It's absolutely brilliant to be here, part of this amazing thing. And the most frightening thing is, of course, that clock going tick, 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 tick over there. But I'm not going to follow
I have
that.
actually never known you to be scared of a clock, so go ahead.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's been a fantastic journey as far as I'm concerned. And for me, as I said, there is no show without Shanse. So here it is for all of you. I need some more monitors. If you can give it to me, that'd be fine. Or do you want me to get closer to that? I can go there. I hope all of you are duly impressed with my Kanjivaram sneakers.
Please show them, man. I'm really impressed.
Yeah. So one has to be really innovative. और लोग सोचते हैं कि mask पहनेंगे तो you can't sing. But I've done singing with masks as well. I'd also like to say that nobody's safe till everyone is safe. And as far as I'm concerned, it's so important for all of you to know that COVID has been really a fantastic thing in one way, getting people together. It's got Vir, it's got Subramaniam, Dr. Subramaniam with thee, and the fantastic Ramesh Sippy. Let's have a big hand for that togetherness. And to ABP for giving me this opportunity. Let's go with Shan. No tali, no Ghana. डेरदा दोस्तों से प्यार किया दुश्मनों से भी प्यार किया जो भी किया हमने किया शान से दोस्तों से प्यार किया दुश्मनों से भी प्यार किया जो भी किया हमने किया शान से दोस्तों से प्यार किया दुश्मनों से भी प्यार किया जो भी किया हमने किया शान से तुमसे प्यार किया दुश्मनों से भी प्यार किया जो भी किया हमने किया शान से
One more.
Yes, of course I'm singing one more, Vir.
I mean, you speak
I love
17
you so
languages.
much.
You speak
Yeah.
17 languages. Do one another language.
Shall I do
Usha,
one
you're
more?
so right. It's sounding better even today.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
but you're-
Thank you so much.
Your
Yeah.
voice is as strong as ever.
It's actually
as-
better, no? It's like fine
Absolutely.
wine. It's matured and it's better than it's ever been.
Thank you. Vir, you make me cry. It's wonderful to be with you.
Thank you.
For so many years that we've been together in so many shows. It's just fantastic. What could one ask more than this? Then after 53 years of singing, to have someone like you sitting here and asking me.
It's
and
a
you,
privilege, Usha.
And you. Today is especially a day very important for me because it's ABP.
Yeah.
And,
And you're from
ABP
Calcutta, yeah?
Yes, and it's brought so many people together. I'd also like to say thank you to Shri Vikas Kumar Jha, who wrote the Hindi
Yes.
one. You remember talking to
I
him?
remember. I was there at the release in Mumbai for the Hindi one.
That's right, and he's over here. Maybe you could stand up and take a bow. Shri Vikas Kumar Jha. So it's very special for me. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah. What's that?
Great.
What's the more?
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
I don't care. Anyway, I'm going to do you a song because this is all about India in its 75th, right? And I'd like to do this song which Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore has written. And I'm so happy to be able to sing it for you because all of you will enjoy it very much. And if you know it, just sing along with me, okay? If you can get the sur correct, because Dr. Subramaniam will finish you off otherwise. Le. No. So the lines go, Jodi tor dakshune kyun na ashe. Very bad singing. But we love you. We love you because without you, there would be nothing. So let that clock go on ticking away. I'd like for all of you, please, to know that this is so special. Put on your mobile torches and let us remember that we are going to show the light to the rest of the 75 years that all of you will be taking forward. Come on. Can we have the main lights off, please? The auditorium lights off. And just all of you. Come on. Lovely. That looks so marvelous. Look at that. We have, oh God.
That is so
I love
special.
you. We have Dr. Subramaniam here, Ramesh Sippy, Vir Sanghvi, and Srishti, the next generation, and Shubhashish, and Twinkle, and Shushant, and Ardhangini, and everybody here with us. So let's have that. Seema, where are you? Seema, you're here.
Hi,
Kaveri, and everybody. Have you got your mobile? Shall we go? Let's go. I love you too much. Me Mumbaikar.
I've got it on too.
Oh, lovely.
good.
He's got it on too. Can we have the auditorium lights off, please? You walk on all alone. alone. যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে তবে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে তবে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে If no one speaks to you, if no one speaks to you, don't feel you are unfortunate. If no one speaks to you, if everyone just looks away and if they are scared, if everyone just looks away and if they are scared, then open your heart and speak out all the words you have in mind and walk on all alone. Speak out all the words you have in mind and walk on all alone. যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি সবাই ফিরে যায় যদি সবাই ফিরে যায় ওরে ওরে ও অভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায় যদি গহন পথে যাবার কালে কেউ ফিরে না চায় যদি গহন পথে যাবার কালে কেউ ফিরে না চায় তবে পথের কাঁটা ও তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে ও তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে If there is no one responding to your call, you walk on all alone. If no one shows the light, if no one shows the light, don't feel you are unfortunate. If no one shows the light, if they all shut their doors on you on a dark and stormy night, if they all shut their doors on you on a dark and stormy night, let thunder and lightning set your soul on fire and in the blazing light you burn alone. Set your soul on fire and in the blazing light you burn alone. যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে তবে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে তবে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে তবে একলা চলো রে Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Usha Uthup. I don't know about you, but I had tears in my eyes. It's amazing. It's an amazing moment, Usha. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sit, sit, sit. You feel up to talking? Because I have one or two questions I want to ask you. Yeah? You've We describe you, and the book describes you as the queen of Indian pop. But you're more than the queen, no? You're the inventor. When you came along, there were just film songs. You were the first person who created a pop culture that was non-film. And then some brave filmmakers like Ramesh Sippy brought you into films. Some not so brave filmmakers only went halfway and then backed out. But then you started singing for films. And today you're what, 74? Yes? You have never sounded better in your whole life.
Yes, I'm 74.
You're 74. You've never sounded better in your whole life.
Thank you.
And here you have this audience
Thank
in
you.
the palm of your hand.
Thank you. Yes, being a nightclub singer and a live performer all my life, it was only because people heard of me that they came to me and asked me whether I would sing. And it was people like Ramesh Sippy, who doesn't even remember that when R.D. Burman asked me to do this song from Shan, they couldn't find an actress who would fit my voice, though they found many actors who would sound like me. And since they couldn't use that, they used me in the titles. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So this song
It was sort of like Shirley Bassey used to do the James Bond titles. You did the Indian version of that, right?
Correct, absolutely.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was just fantastic that I'm probably the only artist who has sung for a male, Mithun Chakravarti, as well.
Yeah.
Do I get a clap for that?
So as the clock ticks away, a question. These are people, many of them are very young, who are starting out on the journey that you did. You did the same journey as India. If there's one thing you want to say to them, what would that be?
I would say, believe in yourself and hang in there. There is no substitute for hard work and dedication. No substitute at all. Just believe in yourself and you'll make it come true.
Thank you. I want to turn now to Dr. Subramaniam. I think people don't realize this, but you've been performing since you were a child. How many years have you been performing?
I started when I was 6 years old.
6 years old?
Yes.
Yes?
And at that time, my father was working as a visiting professor. I mean, my father is responsible for bringing the violin as a solo instrument in the global stage. Before that, as you all know, it was a violin accompanying instrument. So he was in Sri Lanka one auspicious day. He was performing, so he decided I should play in the temple that day.
So is this the only life you've known, performing, if you were 6 years old when you started?
Mostly that, but I did go to school. I did study and things. But music has been
Music is your life.
My life always.
Okay, I think the other things people may not know about you when you took the same journey as India in 1947, one of them is that you're a trained doctor, which is why we call you Dr. Subramaniam. And the second is that you actually went and studied composing abroad. Is that accurate?
Yeah, because that time, most of the orchestral pieces which was written, somebody will write Indian melodies and somebody else will orchestrate. So I didn't want that. So after finishing medicine, graduating, I went to do my master's in composition. So all the orchestral writing, I could do it myself without any arrangers or things like that. That helped me a lot later.
It's quite something, huh? The other thing, and it's appropriate today because we're talking about the journey of India, is you've written tunes for India at 40, India at 50. You've always celebrated the coming of age of this nation. Is that accurate?
Yeah. Fortunately, any special celebrations for India which was done abroad, it started with 1980s where I was asked to perform in the UN to celebrate 40th year of India's independence, 1987. So I played with Lord Menuhin. I did a composition for that. Since that, before that, I did with New York Philharmonic Fantasy on Vedic chants. So every 5-10 years, I've been asked to write orchestral composition. Even this 75th year, I'll be doing a Mahatma Symphony with the Houston Symphony with 100 people.
And what are you going to play for us today?
I thought I'll play the piece which I started celebrating India 40th year with Menuhin, but it's another version, solo version. Okay. And because I can't do the other things because other things need orchestra and things like that. But for the Mahatma Symphony, if I can mention, It's written for 100-piece, 40 choir and 60-piece orchestra. And Kavita will be singing the melodic lines and Vaishnava Janaton, things like that. It connects with Mahatma Gandhi, but it needs a big orchestra.
Yeah, I understand that. But Ramesh, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Usha. You're a man who not only created the film that catapulted Indian cinema to the international stage, you've also documented the early years of Indian independence with Bunyad. So you actually know more about this than the rest of us. There's many young people in the audience. If you were to tell them one thing you've learned over the years and one thing they should remember, what are the two things you would say?
I probably learned a lot, but the one thing that needs constant reminder and is believe in yourself and believe this country always has a future. It has had a glorious past, but it also has a great future ahead of it. So believe in yourself, believe in your country, and never give up. Keep going.
I think the same message from both people. Believe in yourself, believe in India. The future depends on us. Let's not let India down. Is that fair? That's the summary? Yes, all right. Now we have Dr. Subramaniam is going to perform, but I think we probably have to clear the stage for you before you come on and perform. So we're going to go off. We'll be watching over there. Meanwhile, before Doctor performs, for Ramesh Sippy and Usha Uthup, a very big hand, please.
Vir, we didn't go above our time. We didn't go above our time. Just
Not yet, but he needs
Isn't
10
that
minutes to be
amazing?
above our time. All right.
Let's have a hand for all of us.
Yes. Come.
It's a great pleasure to be here. It's a privilege to share the stage with Ramesh ji and Usha ji and with Mr. Vir Sanghvi. You can't hear me? Thanks a lot. And I'll be doing this composition which I did with Lord Menian for 40th year of India's celebration called Journey. It has been almost in a way, my life has been also like a journey with this music. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead, sir. No? Okay. Why don't you join us here?
Thanks a lot for your kind ovation. I'd like to introduce my colleague, Mr. Ramana Murthy, one of the best Mridangam players. Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure, privilege, and honor. Thank you.
It's actually our privilege, sir, to have you here with us today. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, really, I think it should dawn upon us right now that the people in the room with us right now truly deserve the tag of a legend. And this is a moment we will all remember for the rest of our lives. It really is a moment where at least I feel blessed, and I know a lot of you do as well. I'd like to invite Sumit Awasthi, editor of ABP News, who's right here. Sumit, please present a token of thanks to the legends who've been on stage with us. A token of our gratitude. Please give it up for the one and only Usha Uthup.